Hello everyone, ROTOM is here and he's back for a replay analysis versus Christos for Cosmic Primal League 4, aka CPL 4. That was for the week 2, I think, yeah, that was for week 2. So, I am the Skyward tank and in front of me we have Christos. Christos is a Greek player, if I remember correctly. He's a good player, to be honest. A good player. He made good performance at the DPP Cup, for example, and he played a lot of tournaments on Pokemon Perfect. He is a bulky offense spammer. He loves stuff like Latias lead with Breloom, Hitran, Rotom, Flygon, Swampert, all this bulky offense stuff. And he also doesn't run spinners. Doesn't run spinners in his teams. So I was definitely like going to use Spikes plus Lucario. And I remember that Christos gave me a team with Spikes and Agility Lucario, which is a set that I really want to test to see if it is strong or not, because it had some SPL usages, so I was very hyped. So the team was like Skarm, Swampert, Latias, Tyranitar, Lucario, and Rotom. Yeah. So let's see. That was a banger of game. So let's see. So we have Lati as expected. So yeah. I was happy to see that lead because Skarm has normally a good matchup against it. This thing is 1000% specs. It can threaten my Skarm with Surf, but he's not going to Surf because if I'm specially defensive, I can just roost on the Surf. It can have T-bolts. That's rare, but that exists. Treat things like Empoleon. And it can trick, but it can also switch to his Hitran if he has one and puts his rocks up. So let's see. He goes for trick and I'm going for spike, because remember, I assume that I'm facing common crystal structures. So yeah, Lati, Breloom, Hitran, Rotom, Flygon, Rachi, Swampert, etc. So I'm assuming that he doesn't have spinner. So I'm going directly for trick. I'm going directly for spike, and he decides to trick. So I'm assuming his Latias doesn't have T-bolts. And no, I think he's just going on his Hitran to put his rocks up. So I stay to put one more spike. He goes on Hitran. Fine. He reveals leftovers Hitran. So I'm fine because he's pretty sure he's going to set his rocks. So I'm going to take another spike. And now, know that worked. I have two choices. I can go on my Swampert, but I can also go on my Specs Lati and click Surf. But I'm not going on my Swampert because in his scout, most of his Hitrans had HP Grass, so I didn't want to risk HP Grass, so I just wanted to go on Lati here. I go on Lati, on Lava Plume. Yep, I got burned sadly, but that's still fine. I'm expecting him to switch here, so I'm going for Draco Meteor, I think. But he decided to stay. That was very surprising, but I can understand because there were 3 spikes up. But what was very surprising that he went for Boom, and Boom at turn 5 of the game was like very risky. So I'm like, okay, no more Hitran, so that's great, to be honest. But he had a reason to do it, so I'm expecting something like Breloom, something like Gyarados that can take advantage of Latias down. Or we're probably just expecting something like defensive structures with like Yeah, maybe a defensive structure. But that was surprising because I didn't reveal leftovers, so... Anyway. So I gone Rotom, expecting, yeah, Gyarados or, yeah, Brel, and he revealed the Gyarados, so... I'm like, okay, I probably have a free Thunderbolt here. I go on Swampert to put my Rock Set because I'm expecting a Tyranitar or Lati, and he goes on Lati. He goes back on Gyarados, on my rocks. And now I have two choices. I can go on Skarmory to Whirlwind, or I can go on my Rotom, but I don't want to take a Waterfall. Because if I take Waterfall, I'm taking like 60%, so I can't revenge kill anymore the Gyarados. So I'm just going on Skarm here, on the Waterfall. I'm just going to Whirlwind now. Got flinch, but that doesn't really matter. But he revealed Lucario. And that's a massive pain in the ass if it's Scarf. If it's not, that's totally fine, but if it's Scarf, then I probably lose the game. Because on Scarf Lucario, you run Copycat. Because of Skarmory with Whirlwind, because of Lati with Roar. In this kind of team that are very weak to hazards, Lucario Copycat is very common. Just to punish this kind of team that I forgot the word in English, but in French, reposé. That rely on Whirlwind to beat things like Gyarados, Dragonite, etc. I'm thinking about a well-known team of Haste, aka the Grand Babido, a Frostless Aisho with like 3 or 4 setup, and a Scarf Lucario in the back with Copycats. You force things like Skarmory, Lati to roar or Whirlwind, and if you have luck, Lucario comes in, and then you just Copycat and click 32 times Whirlwind. So that's completely broken, especially with spikes. So I'm like, okay, if it is Jolly, I lose because my Rotom is Scarf, and Jolly Luke outspeeds Scarf Rotom. And it is Scarf. It is Scarf, so yeah. I'm like, okay, if it's Jolly, I can forfeit. So yeah, let's see, huh? I'm taking damage. Skarmory die. So that's perfect. So now I can go Rotom, and I just have to pray. And thank goodness this thing is adamant, so that's perfect. There's no more revenge killer. That's excellent for my team because Tyranitar is DD, so Lucario cannot revenge kill it anymore. He went for Copycat again. That was very surprising, but he explained me in PM that he was expecting a life for Rotom with Subsplit, for example. Yeah, that was greedy on his own. Swampert, because this thing is locked into Copycat Thunderbolts. And again, I don't want to risk a Tyranitar in the back or something like this. We can trap Rotom, because Rotom seems to be a massive threat for Christos, and I need my Rotom to manage his Gyarados. Lati comes in and goes for Ice Punch here because that's obvious that Lati would come in, or I can just go for Ice Punch just to chip the Gyarados. But Lati was obvious here. I think I stay. Oh no, okay, I go for Tyranitar. Okay, on the Draco. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember why I did that. I did that because I wanted to sack my Tyranitar and go on Lucario to click Agility and sweep, because I'm not expecting I'm not expecting a Brillium in the bat, but that was stupid. That was stupid from me, I think, because Gyarados was still full. So yeah, my Lucario doesn't kill his Gyarados. So that was a bit stupid. I don't die, and I DD. Yep. I can DD again, expecting Lucario sack here, but I just go for the safe crunch. But he revealed Brerum, so I'm like, okay, that's double fight. So yeah, that's annoying because my Tyranitar is Lemberry and not Chople. I knew that he had a lot of Brerum in his scouts, but that was a bit surprising. So I'm assuming that he has a Tar in the back, probably Pursuit Tar, because you have double fighters, so you like to have a Pursuit user to trap things like Gengar or Rotom. Goes for Back Punch. Yeah, you see like Scarf Lucario, which is a revenge killer to Tyranitar, and Mech Punch Loom. So I was very surprised, but I guess it can work. So Rotom comes in again. I'm going for Shadow Ball or HP Ice? I think it's HP Ice. Okay, it's Shadow Ball, okay. So I think I'm forcing Tyranitar here to come in. Yeah, forcing Tyranitar to come in. And now I can go on Swampert here. I can stay expecting his Brilliant because the thing is that he can go back on Breloom, but he's taking Spikes plus Stuff Rocks. Predicting my Swampert here because Swampert is the play. But I don't want to lose my Rotom, because if it goes for Crunch, then I'm toast. I'm literally toast against the Gyarados. And he made the double switch, so that was well played on his part. Well played from him, sorry. Then I have no choice. I have to stay here, take the Spore, then the Sit Bomb, because I don't have any other choice. At this point, I want my Rotom to clean the game with T-Bolts. I have to hope that his Tyranitar is something like DD or Scarf, so it will be in range of T-Bolts. It will be in the T-Bolt range, and I will win the game. So yeah, Sit Bomb, Swampert dies. Lucario comes in. I'm going to click CC here. He goes for Mac. And now he has to go on his Gyarados. But if I remember correctly, Lucario 2HKO with close combat, because Lucario is a beast. Or it's a roll and it has to be leftovers. So if it is not leftovers Gyarados, I think I win the game. Because the minimum is like 30, so double 30, that means 60, and doesn't die to sand. So yeah, if it's leftovers, I lose. If it is not, I probably have a chance. But I can do only minerals and lose the game to that. I go for CC, 35, so that's the max roll. And he went for Waterfall, so I win the game. I win the game, again, if Tyranitar has no bulk. the Gyarados didn't have an item. So yeah, Lucario had a good chance to kill. If he tried to DD once, because that was the only way to win for him. He's not in the Q-Stap range normally, and double kill. So yeah, that was probably DD Tower, because he had a version with like I think it was Jirachi here, Rotom here, and DD Tower in the back. So yeah, that was a very close one, to be honest. A very close one. I'm very surprised to see like a double fighter with no pursuit tower, or maybe it was Scarf too. I don't know, to be honest, but I'm assuming that this thing was DD. But I don't know. But if it was pursuit, so the play was to click pursuit all the way. So yeah, that I think I played well. Don't think I made mistake. Maybe with Tyranitar I choked a little bit, but that doesn't change anything because he had Mach Punch Loom. So yeah. But yeah, he was greedy, as he said in my DMs. He was greedy versus my Rotom, expecting me to be Life 4 Subsplit or something like this. Maybe that was his only real big mistake. I don't know. But yeah, that was a very cool one and very close. I'm facing this week Mr. Team. Let's see if I can claim another win. So see you next time for the review of that game. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.